Hi Taurus, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of May, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, it's inspired in your own abundant season. And if you would like to know more details about it, you can read in the description box below, or you can email me with your questions. And if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Taurus, you seem to be very much interesting in leaping into the unknown and moving quite a lot towards this pursuit of newness. And I feel like many of you Taurus are quite fed up and so tired of routines, of worn out energies, of things that are, extremely ingrained as part of your lifestyle, but that you're not, happy or satisfied with anymore. So some of you are trying to make changes here that can affect your lifestyle and routines in particular. Some of you are just, wanting to experience a new beginning at a whole with different and various aspects of your life. There's many of you here that you're really in a moment where more of the same, more predictability, more of the same kind of same old energy is not, giving you happiness. So it's interesting because your energy usually is associated with consistency and predictability, and I feel like there's an annoyance, an irritation surfacing during this time. It's almost like you're rebelling against your own set, of values that have worked for a time period in your life, and it's now like in May you're realizing they are outdated. In reality, there are here some Taurus that are, walking into a very different kind of life in terms of some of you are going to go into very different type of career avenues. You're going to try new things you have never tried in terms of jobs, in terms of financial opportunities, projects you're going to take on. There's quite a lot of difference in terms of the element and the environment, and even for some of you, the locations you will be in. For others of you also, the type of social circles, environments, relationships you are attracting are also, going to be different, because I feel like the mold of previous relationships is also something that just, you can't tolerate anymore. And for many of you that are in partnerships, it's important that you and your partner work in reinventing yourselves as a couple so that you don't get, frustrated and end up here, projecting a little bit of your own frustration to the relationship and to the partner without fully explaining what's going on. And I feel like for some of you Taurus, that's the danger of May, is that you might, try to repress here your emotional truth, and so end up here lashing out, being mean sometimes, or just, things coming out of you in the wrong way because, you're not inviting emotional understanding from others by not opening up truthfully about what you need and what you're dealing with. I feel like there's some Taurus here that are dealing with this frustration of feeling stuck in something, and you're dealing or trying to deal this, quite a lot by yourself and in silence. With the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Swords, definitely you're very much in your emotions, stuck in emotions, of a fear of not seeing an exit, not seeing a way out of something that is consuming you. So many of you Taurus might start May feeling here trapped, feeling, like there's this strong urge to just release, the ropes that, are so tight around you, especially around your heart space. So it's like this desire, this urge to live a life that is more than anything emotionally fulfilling, that is, vibrant with emotions and colors and, adventures. I keep getting like there's this wide range of energies that many of you Taurus are ready or becoming more and more ready and receptive to experience. Again, things that many of you have never thought you would be or never thought that you would want, and here you are. This is strongly associated with the energy of Uranus being in your sign, right? So it's there, reforming, reinventing, changing things around. It's a complete reset in terms of identifications, like things that you used to identify with, things that you used to like, things that you used to find it acceptable or, normal, things that you would contend, things that would bring you happiness and security. Now your security seems to find in freedom much more than on, stability as it is taught and mostly lived in our physical reality. You're after something else. What's going to give you more security, especially in May, is anytime that you dare to do something different. So for Taurus, you can start small. There's here an advice for some of you to try different dishes, try different kind of foods, try different kind of roads to the same destination. So if you have to go to the same job, try a different road. Try to have a weekend getaway. Try to do an online research on a topic you don't know much about but that you're attracted to know more about. There's little things that you can add to your daily life that can build up into creating more and more this security on your own, that you're ready to the new. I feel like many of you are ready to the new, but you fear giving here the step, or you feel like there's a specific obstacle preventing you from leaping with the full energy here, from leaping into it. So it's also important that you address what keeps you from leaping, what keeps you from changing, what keeps you from going where you want to go, what keeps you from having the emotional experiences and sensations you truly desire to. I feel like there are Taurus here that have this wild, almost savage nature here coming out in May, in a good sense, where you just want to feel and be free to feel things accordingly to how you are experiencing them. And for that, it's important, yes, that you have the proper space and the proper people around you that are not going to, try to tame or define or control or judge or criticize or even comment around the way you're expressing these emotions. And these emotions can be in a, through the form of a dialogue. It could be how you are changing, your looks. It could be the way you are creatively doing something. It can be the way you are emotionally engaging or trying to engage with your closest ones. It can be many things, but you want the freedom to just do it your way, or to just do it in a way that you're attracted to do, even if it's totally different from how you were doing it a month ago. And I feel like some of you are also putting a lot of pressure on yourselves about this, like, what will people tell, what will they think about me? Will I still be accepted? Will I still be, a part of something? I feel like many of you are so afraid of the aspect of not being included into something anymore, that you're not even asking if that's something you still want. Specifically around judgment. Some Taurus here have energies of judgment, with specific environments, or perhaps your group of friends. There's something here about certain people indeed not offering you here the space for you to reinvent yourself constantly. And if that's the case, I feel like it's also important for some of you Taurus to step outside and ask yourselves, if that's the case, why do you want to be included in something that does not serve you anymore? I keep getting like you have outgrown something. So this can be relationships of all kinds in nature. This can be a job. This can be, a period of time where you have lived in a specific location. There's many of you Taurus that this is about where you have been for too long. And the invitation from the universe, and also being that we are celebrating your season, so all of you are celebrating your whole brand new solar year. This is very potent because this is about new beginnings, and this is about you indeed leaving the old cycle behind and leaping into the new. So 2021 into 2022 can be an arch of time where you're going to set yourself to do, some crazy things. These crazy things are related to the fact that you will be more and more willing and courageous here to pursue things that are, totally different, outside of the norm, outside of the box, outside of your own limited previous, self. It's like you're breaking free from a mold and you're tapping into another way of being, another way of living, another way of relating, that it's much more about progression. Some of you are also in this vibration of letting loose. So it's like there are here certain inhibitions when it comes to your emotions that you're also putting behind you. So your solar return is important. I feel like it's a big reset that is going to start to be played out in the next weeks and months, of course, not right away, but there's a seed in May powerful enough. Like, you might be just on the lookout for the new, and catch yourself constantly on the lookout for the new. It could be like this strong desire to travel, making plans to travel. It could be this desire again to experiment something, or even to start, doing things in a very different way or fashion. And for those that feel that calling, you're advised to pursue it, because it's going to ease your mind from some tendencies here to be rash. I feel like for some of you Taurus, it could be that sometimes there could be a little bit of outbursts and emotional confrontations, and emotional tantrums even here experienced when you're not living up to the full vibration. So when you're not able to just be the free, cool, self that you're being called to be. So when you think too much about other people's opinion over you, and when you let also outside energies influence you, this can build up into resent, and then you start expressing yourself in a way that has nothing to do with the self, that it's now becoming more and more and more aware that it needs new things. I feel like there's something here about some of you Taurus, especially that work with fashion or with something specific, where that can end up being a trend here, like trendsetters. So, really, your craft is your magic, all right? Especially the way you want to put it out. So you can start trends also with this beautiful new beginning here. You can end up being here, have some sort of interesting influence about a product, or, a specific vision, idea you have. So new concepts, originality is also the way to go to success in the next months. But I also feel like it might be a period of time where you're wanting to rebrand for Taurus that already have, your own businesses or brands in specific. It's like you want to do something different with it. And the way to go is that it's the different ways for everything, actually, is to reinvent, is to not be afraid to break free from a mold that is not working anymore, as I said. So rebranding in all senses. If it's not in terms of work and finances, it could just be about the way you look at yourself. Maybe you want to do something crazy with your hair, crazy in the sense that something that you would never think about or consider doing with your hair before in the old paradigm. In reality, this is about also you, shifting into a whole new paradigm. And, it's just getting tired of things that uh, feel feel like I feel like there's something here about you growing tired of things that feel too familiar to you. So you want to meet new people. For love, you want, possibly the majority of you here, you're ready to experience new love. Especially obviously for Taurus that don't have anyone. But if you have been dealing with, unfinished businesses, exes, situations that dragged you and your emotions for a long time, you're tired. You either want a new love experience, a whole new lover coming into your way, and that's actually what you're attracting, or you want a whole new different way of relating with someone. And that's the proposal here, is for you in terms of love also to reinvent yourselves and to ask that to the people you're dealing with. Because if you and another don't embark in a journey of reinventing the relationship, trying something different from what has been tried so far, it's likely that the relationship will continue to be something that frustrates you and ends up, being something you don't want anymore. I feel like there's a lot of you Taurus out there that is about really dropping something, realizing that you don't want it anymore because it's just not giving you that cool new beginning you desire. So I hope you have a great solar return, a great year ahead for those of you that already celebrated your solar return, for those that are still going to in the next days. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully, we'll see each other soon.